Yolanda, in the congregation where dance isn't really accepted or it's a new thing for the congregation, how do you introduce embodied worship?
I would say probably the natural place to begin would be, especially if it's a congregation that is very deeply rooted in the Bible, is to begin by looking at the scripture. There are many scriptures throughout the Bible, both in the Old and the New Testament, that talk about dancing, celebrating God, dancing before the Lord with timbrel and dance, celebrating God in a variety of ways, and lifting up the illustration of David and lifting up the illustration of Miriam and how they danced in celebration of victories and joys in their lives. So that might be one place that I might begin. The second place that I might begin would be to invite the congregation to, first of all, just look at what they do in worship anyways. Are there moments in worship that are actually embodied prayer, but yet they don't realize that that's what it is? For example, procession, which is a form of prayer. It's one of the most purest form, as some people believe, of prayer and of embodied worship. And it's simply walking into, ushering the minister, the liturgist, into the worship space, bringing in the gospel into the worship space, bringing in the gifts. When we process in with the gifts, that maybe there could be maybe a step or a choreographed moment, that's embodied worship. So there might be places already in their worship experience where dance is already happening. Another thing that I might invite congregations to do, if they feel a little awkward or a little uncomfortable, giving them the opportunity to say, well, we're going to try this in our worship, but if you don't feel comfortable, it's okay. We want you to worship God in the way that will help you to deepen your relationship. It might be that they might feel comfortable just doing a hand movement, as simple as bringing the hands together, or the flame, or another way of inviting the Spirit of God. And it could be in one worship service that we would invite everyone at a particular moment to offer a gesture. Another way that I might invite congregations to think about slowly bringing embodied worship into the congregation is to think about ways that the liturgical calendar might open itself to worship. Are there things that we might be able to do, because people are more open at Easter time to dance or celebration. People are more open at Christmas time or Advent, even Lent. You know, that might be a way where we come together during the Lenten season, maybe once a week, and think about what gesture, what posture might I offer today that might help me to reflect on this Lenten season. So I would say baby steps, but grounded in the Word, grounded in examples, grounded in what they're already doing in the congregation, and then grounded in the liturgical calendar, those things that are already familiar.